Let's do a thought experiment. The Nazis won World War II, and they've taken over 11 countries in the world, including Germany, the United Kingdom, and the United States of America. And 8 decades on, they want a certain person to populate these lands. So anyone without blonde hair and blue eyes is exterminated. And so 80 years later, they now have 11 countries with people with just blonde hair and blue eyes, hoping that they will all procreate and produce more people with blonde hair and blue eyes. But genetics doesn't always do what you want it to do, and so people with brown eyes are still being born. Millions of them across these 11 countries. Their parents obviously don't want them to be captured, so they hide them away. They maybe homeschool them, and when they grow up, they'll wear sunglasses when they're out, or even contacts to hide the fact they've got brown eyes. But at some point, they will be caught, and they will be captured, and they will be exterminated. Usually through torture first to try get them to change, which of course is impossible, and then death. And obviously, every single one of those people with brown eyes wishes that they could have changed their eye color, but they can't. But this isn't just a thought experiment. This is real. Right now, there are 11 countries in the world that torture and kill people, but not for having brown eyes, but for being gay. Which begs the question, if you grew up in any of those 11 countries, why would you choose to be gay knowing that your future would be torture and death? You wouldn't. Which of course should put to bed this whole notion that anyone chooses their sexuality. And why is this important today? This is important because Suella Braverman, who's a UK Tory politician, is today talking about how refugees shouldn't be given asylum status in other countries just because they're gay or female. And this really angers me, because whereas we in the West usually live in a bubble where we can see that, gay people live usually good lives, maybe not all of us, because you can see what's happening in places like Florida. But for the main part, we can live and we are not tortured and killed. But there are 11 countries in the world that do that. And so to not give them asylum status is disgusting and abhorrent, because they cannot literally live in the countries they are in, and therefore have to go somewhere where they can. And to deny them that fundamental, that freedom that everyone should have is disgusting. We shouldn't have any countries in the world that kill you or torture you for being who you are. You don't choose your sexuality the same as you don't choose your eye color. And yet we have in place at the moment a process where we can give these people refuge and somewhere safe to live without that persecution. And so to deny those people that is terrifying and disgusting. We are all human beings. Regardless of your background, we are all one race of people, and we should all be looking out for each other. And so I really hope that this doesn't go through, because these people need our help, and they need somewhere safe they can go to.